The Survivor 47 premiere is just days away, and that means it's time for me to make my official boot order predictions for this season. For 46, I was terrible. I picked Tiffany to win the entire thing. My final three was Tiffany, Hunter, and Tevin, and I had Venus getting 18th place. This was 1 year after getting D correct as the winner of season 45. My confidence is not as high coming into this season. 18th place, I have John Lovett. Great timing on his part to get on the show during an election cycle. I do not think he is long for this game, and I see him going the David Sampson route. Give us the gold while you're out there. In 17th place, I think the Yellow Tribe continues to be a disaster, and I see Anika going home. I actually think she has quite a bit of upside, but I think that the starting tribes really, really hurt her on this season. In 16th place, I have Keyshawn. I have him getting 16th, the ER doctor from San Francisco. I don't love the starting tribe for him at all. I think Rome, Sal, Asia, and Teeny are going to get together, and I think that is going to be bad news for Keyshawn. I also think it's going to be bad news for my 15th place finisher, and that is Genevieve. Genevieve gives me some Kendra vibes, but Kendra feels like the ceiling of what the Kendra vibes can do, and I think that Genevieve is going to go out early on a tribe that starts to lose. In 14th place, I finally lose somebody from the Blue Tribe, and that is going to be Gabe. The Blue Tribe is going to win early and often, and that's going to make it hard for anybody from this tribe to go in the pre-merge portion of the game. But Gabe is already giving people bad vibes before the game even starts, and I don't like his chances of going deep on this season. In 13th place, I have TK. That is Will's winner pick, and I am going with him. Maybe it's just for that reason. Maybe it's because we're going to hit the merge, and TK is just too much of a force to be reckoned with. Why would you want this guy to be able to go out there and participate in the physical challenges? I feel like he would dominate so many of them. He needs to go out early. In 12th place, I have Saul. Being the oldest man on this season, I think, is going to work in his favor for a little bit of time. I think he's going to be a physical force on the Red Tribe, but I think ultimately the social game is what is going to do him in. In 11th place, I have Caroline. I actually don't really know what to do with Caroline at this point. I feel like she has not a lot of high upside. She doesn't really have a low floor. I feel like she's bound to finish somewhere in the middle like this. In 10th place, it hurts me to say, but I have Sue Smay. I think she's going to be gold while she is on this season. She's going to give us a lot of great one-liners, but I think ultimately her social game is going to do her in before she can really get going in the post-merge. At 9, I have Andy. Andy, the RHAP patron. Everybody knows who he is. Everybody's been talking about him potentially connecting with Asia. He starts off on a tribe with John Lovett, which I think is going to work in his favor, but I think that the super fans start to overthink things a little bit once they hit the merge, and this is going to be the time where Andy is going to go. Before I get into the final 8, I just want to take a moment to drop our Patreon, patreon.com/thespecialist. Consider becoming a patron, putting out more than 5 episodes every single week. And if you're a top tier patron, you get to participate in our Power Rankings game and our fantasy game during this season of Survivor. 8th place, I have Sierra. I don't really know what to do with Sierra. Sierra feels like somebody who could win this game and shock everybody, or potentially be one of the first people booted if things go wrong on her tribe. I do like the way things start for her. I think her, Sam, and Andy have a chance to really hit it off, but I'm going to put her at 8th place here. In 7th place, I have Rome. Rome says he wants to win 4 immunity challenges, and you know what? He just might do that. But I think that if he wins those immunity challenges, he's going to win them early when there's some split tribals, and that is going to put a huge target on his back, which is going to prevent him from getting into the finale of this season. In 6th place, I have Kyle. I really like Kyle as the only blue-collar player on this season. I think he's going to bring a unique perspective to this cast, and I think he's going to be a lot of fun. But he's going to fall just short as he's not going to be able to work his way in to the final 5. In 5th place, I have Asia, the one everybody's going to be rooting for. The entire fan base online is going to be pulling for Asia to win this season. She's the RHAP podcaster who finally broke through and made her way onto the show. I love the upside for Asia, but I do think that people are going to get scared of her as we get down towards the end of the game, and they're not going to want her sitting at Final Tribal Council. In 4th place, I have Rachel. Rachel was somebody that Will and Blake really were down on coming into this season, and I don't really know why. Blake is really concerned about her being a graphic designer and not helping her in this game. It won't help her make fire, which is why ultimately I think she will go home in this spot. In third place, I have Sam. I think that Sam is actually perfectly built for this game of Survivor, but we have seen a lot of players who are perfectly built for Survivor finish as the third place finishers on their season. I think Sam, being the youngest guy out there, it's not going to hurt him at all. I think he is going to have a really good amount of energy that is going to help pull him through this game. He's going to connect with a lot of people out there because of his job, but ultimately he can cry over Ozzy and now himself for being a final tribal council loser. In second place, I'm going with Teeny. Teeny from Manahawkin, New Jersey, makes me very happy to see an Ocean County representative on the show for the first time in so long. Teeny's experience playing real reality Survivor games, I know Survivor Gettysburg and other things like that, are going to help pull her through all the way deep into this game. But ultimately, it's going to be Tiana who is going to make the better relationships, who's going to win this game in a very close final vote. Flight attendants do so well on Survivor. They really do. Probably the job with the best track record. And I think Tiana is going to get it done again for that profession. Who do you think is going to win this season of Survivor? Let me know your boot order in the comments. And thank you all so much for listening. Become a patron, patreon.com/thespecialist. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we can't wait to bring you Survivor 47 coverage for the next 4 months.